insane Game 3.
Thank you very much, Joe, and what a way to finish the game. You know, the whole series was very good. Game 1 and Game 3, even back and forth the entire time. Game 2 was all about EG. Let's talk about the match, let's talk about the specifics, and let's go back to the compositions. EG stuck with what they know. Okay. Alternate tried something new, but kind of old.
So EG used 4 of the same picks in that game, and it was because they had won the previous game. So again, in the 3-game series, it's always on whoever loses to change it up. Alternate did just that. They went this shield comp with speed boosts everywhere, which relied a lot on speeding up the Blitzcrank to grab a high priority target, and then perfect timing to pull off a shockwave into a dark flight. They did that sometimes, but they also missed it sometimes. So this game was so back and forth all game long. There were a lot of flash crescendo hits, flash crescendo misses, shockwave hits, shockwave misses.
Yeah, there's something that this particular game had more than the other two is that, you know, I think at like 40 minutes in the game, there was 200 gold that separated them. But it all started very, very slowly. You could feel the tension, you could feel that neither team wanted to make mistakes. And it was just a matter of, like you said, the flash crescendo that would get you a kill, or the speed up hook that would get it. And whichever team managed to make these little skirmishes work, ended up getting the advantage and the objectives. I think actually the first replay that we've got is a highlight of one of these little skirmishes that ended up working more in favor of Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, so let's take a look at this one. It's a fight in the mid lane, and really, it looks like Alternate get the combo that they want. They speed up the Blitzcrank, they get the pull, they get the crescendo, Dark Flight is coming, but EG get out of it. Let's watch this. Roll the clip here. Bam, they get the perfect pick, and they're gonna have a shockwave onto 2 priority targets here. Here comes the Dark Flight, but it just barely misses. They can't pause it here. So it just barely missed. They weren't able to finish off their 2 targets, both flashing away just in time to escape with their lives. And then Wicked comes in to run interference for them, sort of block so that they can get away, end up getting the kill onto RNA in that as well, but EG get more out of it. Let's roll the rest of the clip, full speed here. And Karma's gonna come in. She finishes off Wicked there, but now it's Qu1ksh0t actually getting a little antsy. He goes for this duel with Yellow Pete, even though Yellow Pete's full life here, and he takes 2 power shots, flashes into the Piltover Peacemaker. So EG even get 1 more kill out of that. They do lose the turret, but that was just an example of how close these skirmishes were. They were made up. The difference was made up by not even a second. It was split seconds, microseconds between the definition of an alternate win and an EG win.
Yeah, and like 10 minutes later, in that clip, there was about 2,500 gold that separated EG from alternate, but that was clawed back, it was closed up. 10 minutes later, you ended up having alternate winning one of those drawn-out, prolonged team fights in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of kills. They rolled around, picked up inhibitor, and it was back and forth the entire time.
So that one was an example of the shockwave hitting and them capitalizing on it, then turning it into an objective because it's the late game.
I think we do have to highlight one more replay, and one more, probably the biggest game-changing factor, and it was when Evil Geniuses secured the Baron. They were able to secure the Baron because of an engagement in that top lane. So let's pull the replay up on your screen. It is a little bit later after that previous little skirmish that we just showed. And, you know, it started off really well with Snoopy and Wicked going in.
So this one's going to be EG actually winning a team fight and then capitalizing with the objective after. Jat said they didn't wait for Yellow Pete right here because they could actually get their combo off of Wicked and Snoopy. And that's something that they had to do because of the one character they changed out this game from last game, which was Ahri for Orianna. They don't have that shockwave combo to go in with Snoopy, so they have to have Wicked in great position. Let's roll this forward, and we'll see how they actually pull off the Maelstrom and the Cataclysm here. They get 1 flash out from Pharrell and Lord, but RNA has to stay in there. And he takes so much damage that by the time Pete comes in here, after the crescendo onto Qu1ksh0t to keep him in place, they don't have any more answers. Even though Pete nets away from the fight, he ends up walking back up for the rest of it to finish it off and has the flash to chase down Kurt. So that was really another example of how EG had to change their game because of having Ahri instead of Orianna. It was a re-engage after the initial engage from Wicked there. Ahri went back in to start it back up and land the charm onto Qu1ksh0t so that they could get that combo.
Well, it does mean that Evil Geniuses secure the series 2-1. They advance to the semifinals. They've guaranteed their spot in Season 4. and now they're playing
They
for that
seemed a
spot
little
at
bit
World
happy
Playoffs.
about that.
Just a little, just a little. I do think we have to mention how well Snoopy did play with his job and throughout that game. And consider 3 weeks ago he benched himself.
Yeah.
And now he was landing all the knockups and cataclysms for everyone.
He was getting some inspiration for himself. You got to light a fire under your own butt sometimes.
Yeah, it's the truth, it's the truth. So
and
congratulations to EG.
We also have to say, he had some really good ganks this time. It was like last game, where he was constantly getting off ganks. It took him 15 minutes to actually get the first blood, though.
He kind of forgot to CS a little at the beginning of the game. We'll overlook that fact. We'll overlook it. Guys, we do have to take a very short break, but when we return, Sharks